Bang.
I ain't taking nothing but win.
What's up, everybody? MoneyE here, back with another edition of the Unscripted Sports Show. Been off for a month, was on vacation. Back here for the 2025 College Football Week 11 picks and first college football, my first college football seeding rankings. I do it a little different from the college football playoff rankings. This is the first 5 playoff ranking seedings. I do it by what I think the seedings should be week by week. And that's 5 weeks. So instead of doing the top 25, I just do the top 12 and what I think is the top 12 for the playoff if the playoff started that week. So with that said, let's do this. It's gonna be somewhat a quick one. I'm not gonna do too much of a breakdown of each of these games. I have 10 games to pick from, and then 2 best bets, and then I'll do the rankings. So the first game is tonight. It's Houston and UCF. Houston lost last week to West Virginia at home. They're 7-2. UCF is 4-4. I have UCF winning here, and I have Houston losing their second straight game on the road at UCF. UCF is a decent team. They're 4-4, but they're a decent team. I think Houston goes in there and loses. This is a somewhat not a short week, but it's a Friday night, and Friday nights tend to be upsets for if there's a home dog. I see an upset here. The UCF winning 33-26. Them win. Next game, 9 p.m. tonight. Tulane and Memphis. Memphis is currently part of the playoff because this year it's not the top. It's the top 5. It's the same format, but with changes. It's the top 5 conference champions get automatic bid, but the top 4 conference winners don't get the automatic bye. So it's the top 4 teams that get the bye, not the top 4 conference winners like last year. So it's just a regular top 4. Whoever is top 4 in the last playoff rankings that the committee does gets the automatic bye. So there could be 2 from the SEC and 2 from the Big Ten in the top 4, and only 2 conference winners to get by, and then the other 3 are in the top between 5 and 12. So, and remember, it's any top 5 conference winners. So, any of the major power conferences, if they're not in the top 12, they don't have a conference winner in the top 12. Then that team will miss out in the playoffs. So top 5. So right now it's Big Ten, SEC, ACC, Big 12, and Atlantic American Conference where Memphis is. That's the top 5. So right now Memphis is a leader in the AAC. So this is the big game in the AAC. Memphis versus Tulane. Tulane's 8-2. Memphis is 8-1. These are ranked. Memphis can get in the playoffs if they win that conference, unless Mountain West has a better team. So again, it's a 5 automatic bids to the top 5 conference winners. And tomorrow, the first game, Penn State and Indiana. This was supposed to be a good game, but James Franklin got fired a couple weeks ago. Penn State fell off the map. They started 3-0 and then lost last 5 games, and then he got fired. Wednesday went to 3-3, and then the interim coach is only 2. So got blown out by Ohio State last week. I have Indiana going to Happy Valley and went and blowing them out 56-24. Next game is number 5 Georgia versus Mississippi. 7-1 Georgia versus 5-4 Mississippi. I think this is gonna be a good game. I think Georgia will win 27-24. Georgia is currently number 5 in the rankings. Let me check these. I'll show the college football rankings later. BYU. The next game is BYU and Texas Tech. This is probably the game of the weekend. Number 7 BYU travels to number 8 Texas Tech. This is the big game in the Big 12. Could determine who wins the conference, but I think they both get in. They might both get in. So, but I have Texas Tech winning this one in a high scoring game. 45-42. Texas Tech pulls it out and it gives BYU its first loss. Next game, I thought I'd put in a little toilet bowl here game. Colorado versus West Virginia. Both teams are 3-6. West Virginia, as I said, with the big victory in Houston last week. Colorado sucks. I think Deion Sanders is overrated as a coach. It sucks that he had cancer, but as a head coach, I think he's overrated. I said that last year, I believe. So, and he can't do anything without his son and Travis Henry. But we'll see. Maybe he'll get in. I don't know if they'll fire him, or he'll leave. But I'm glad he's getting better. As head coach, I don't think he's that great, but that's not here or there. Get better soon, Deion. I know you're still coaching, but keep on getting better. So I have West Virginia winning 31-17. Next game, I have James Madison versus Marshall. This is James Madison could sneak in the playoffs too if Memphis somehow loses today. Memphis loses and James Madison wins. I think James Madison might be the conference, and they win the conference, and I think they get in over the AAC winner. So James Madison is still playing for that final fifth conference winner playoff spot. So I think it's going to be between James Madison and if James Madison wins and AAC winner. So the fifth conference winner is going to be probably from the AAC, or it could be James Madison, or it could be in Mountain West. It could be UNLV. So we'll see. With that said, I have Marshall winning in an upset 27-20 over James Madison. Next game, number 3 Texas A&M versus number 22 Missouri. It's going to be a good game. Texas A&M comes in 9-0. Missouri is 6-2. I have Missouri upsetting Texas A&M here. I think Texas A&M is due for that loss. It's hard to go undefeated, especially in this day and age of football, especially in the SEC. So I think Texas A&M loses here, but I think they still win the conference. And I think they win out after this, and they win the conference. Oregon. Next game is Oregon, Iowa. Number 9 Iowa. Number 9 Oregon versus number 20 Iowa. Iowa is 6-2. Oregon's 7-1. Big Ten game. Still weird to say that. I have Iowa winning 23-20. I think Oregon is good, but I think they lose here. It's tough going to Iowa and winning. Iowa is good, so I think Iowa wins here. Shout out to Ryan. He's picking this. This is his upset too. So Shout out to my buddy Ryan. LSU, Alabama, 5-3 LSU versus number 4 Alabama, not 7-1. It's always a good game. I think Alabama wins 35-24, and they improved to 8-1. Are they the best team in the SEC? No, I think Texas A&M is, but Alabama wins, and LSU's hope of a playoff spot, because LSU still can get in if they win out, because they can get to the conference championship, I think, and win if they win that. Now to the playoffs. I'll have the playoffs on the bottom. So my week 11 picks. The first best bet. Where is it? The first bet. Week 3, just to recap. Week 3, I went 7-3. I'm 27-1-14 on the season. Best bets, I went 1-1. And then my first best bet is. No, that's not right. That's not the right one. Where is it? Oh, right here. Best bet number 1 is tonight. Tulane and Memphis over 53.5 on FanDuel minus 114. It might have changed. I like that best bet. And the next game I like tomorrow is team total Indiana over 32.5 minus 118 on FanDuel. Those are my 2 best bets. Now to the college playoff. In this video up. This one? Yeah. So I'm going to play this video, and this will explain the new format more.
Here you leave today and enter
a world of galaxies.
A world of speed.
A world of other worlds.
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await.
The 12-team college football playoff is back for year 2 in 2025.
I can't wait for year 2. I hope it's the same as last year.
Well, actually,
Are you saying they changed it again?
yes, they changed it again. Another year, another change.
How would it work this year?
Let's start with the auto bids. Those are the same this year. The CFP selection committee's 5 highest ranked conference champions will get automatic bids. While it may appear that the ACC, SEC, Big 12, and Big 10 will be guaranteed an auto bid, any combination of the 5 highest ranked conference, no matter what conference it is, could make the playoffs. That means any of those last 4 conferences could miss the playoffs if they're not the 5 highest ranked conference champions.
And then the 4 highest ranked conference champions get buys, right?
No, that's the biggest change this year. The conference champions might get auto bids, but they're not guaranteed a bye this year. The top 4 seeds and first round buys will go to the 4 highest ranked teams, regardless of if they won their conference championship or not.
So you're telling me last year's 8th ranked Boise State team wouldn't have gotten a bye in this new format, and now Notre Dame could get a bye as well?
Exactly. In the 2024-25 bracket, the 4 buys would have gone to Oregon, Georgia, Texas, and Penn State. And yes, even an independent like Notre Dame could get a bye without a conference championship in this new format.
So after the buys and conference champions, how's the rest of the bracket filled out?
That part remains the same. The 7 highest ranked teams that didn't win their conference will be a part of the complete playoff field. That means even if a team is ranked number 12, it's not guaranteed a playoff spot. If a team is ranked number 13 or lower and it wins its conference, it will get in over a team ranked number 12.
Now that makes sense. What would the matchups look like?
Seeds 5 to 12 will play in the first round, with the higher seed hosting the first round game. After the first round, there will not be a reseeding of the bracket. Teams will progress through the bracket to play their paired matchup, regardless of if a lower seeded team wins, all the way to the national championship game.
Now I hear you, but what happens to the New Year's 6 games?
Well, this is where the New Year's 6 games come in. Every year, the 4 quarterfinal games and 2 semifinal games will be played in New Year's 6 bowl games. The games will rotate between the 2 rounds. The national championship game will be played at another neutral site chosen by the CFP committee. So there you have it. 12 teams, 4 rounds, one champion.
Yep, there you go. Explains it. Here's the top 25. Again, mine's on the seedings. So mine is based on seeding. This is the rankings. So I guess the seedings and rankings are basically the same, but I only do top 12. So I actually do what I think it's gonna be the seeding. So I guess it's kind of the same now this year, instead of me putting like team that's not in the top 25. And I do have the I do have all 5 in the top 12, which what I think is going to end, what I think will be the top 12. This is if it ended today. So this is based off what the top 12, my top 12 is based off what it would look like if the season ended today. So I'll do that for the next 5 weeks until the final playoff rankings come out. So top 25, first one is Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Bama, Georgia, Ole Miss, BYU, Texas Tech, Oregon, Notre Dame, Texas, Oklahoma. See, Texas is in the number 11, but they're going to be the first team out because Virginia would take that spot. And then Memphis, who's not in the top 25, they're the 5th highest ranked conference leader right now. So they would get in. So that's how it would work. In my conference, my rankings will be on the bottom, and I'll read them all. No, this is the wrong one. This one. So it will be on the bottom. And my top 12 will be, I have Indiana, who's a co-leader with Ohio State at A&O. Ohio State, number 2. A&O, Big Ten co-leader. Texas A&M, SEC co-leader with Alabama. A&O. Or they're 9-0. They're 9-0 or 8-0. I think they're 8. I think they're 9-0. Let me check. Yeah, they're 8. They're 8-0. I don't know why I thought they're 9-0. And my number. Texas Tech, saying I'm 8-0, SEC local leader. Then BYU, I have them number 4. So I have them getting the bye week, 8-0, Big 12 leader. Alabama 7-1, SEC co-leader with Texas A&M. Texas Tech 8-1, Big 12. Georgia 7-1, SEC. Oregon 7-1, Big 10. Ole Miss 8-1, SEC. Notre Dame 8-2, number 10. Virginia, just like this one, number 11. ACC leader, and Memphis Ave number 12, 8-1, the AAC leader. That's the AAC. That's Atlantic American Conference, Coastal Conference. And then projected first round playoff matchups. First, Memphis, number 12 at number 5 Alabama, number 11 Virginia at number 6 Texas Tech, number 10 Notre Dame versus number 7 Georgia in Georgia, and number 9 Ole Miss versus number 8 Oregon. That's my my top 12, and these are the first rankings of the season. I'll be back next week. I'm gonna get ready to record do a live show with my my buddies. We're doing a at the Wrestling Through the Years, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time every Friday night. Tonight we'll be doing top 10 underrated talkers in pro wrestling. We each have our lists. Myself, Daniel, Plaintiff, and Doug. So check that out in less than 10 minutes. And I'll see you next. And the MLB recap show I'll do next Thursday or Friday after the I want to do it after the awards are announced. The season awards are announced, so I can recap everything all together. I know the World Series just ended about last week, so it's gonna be 12 days after, or 12, 13 days after, but I wanted to recap everything all together, so look out for that. And the NFL show will probably be back on Sunday. I'll maybe doing a recap. I wanted to do it last week, but I had an ankle injury on vacation, so I was resting that. Still do, but I'll be fine. Yeah, so check it out. Check out When Things Combine. Tomorrow night, show Hour Power, Anime Hour Power, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on When Tunes Combine. So for MoneyE, I'm out. Later, guys. Oop.